good evening, good afternoon, whichever it is for you. I'm going to be showing you how to magic slot on New Gen. This is for every creator. You should be able to magic slot, at least know how to magic slot and know what the magic slot is. In this video I'm not going to be showing you how to make a magic slot. The magic slot's already made. I'm going to be showing you how to use this magic slot. This particular car is one of our customer builds. He wanted a different interior and a different wheel selection. So I'm going to be going through on how to put the interior on, and then going through on how to change your wheel selection. As you see here, I'm going to be showing you everything on this car here is stock because I quit the game. You're going to have a stocked San Andreas plate here, along with all stock options. What the magic slot does, it moves number. So everything number wise is going to move. Like your when it goes from brakes, each brake is a different number. So if your donor car has brake option number 3, it's going to move your brakes to 3. Livery, your livery number. Like let's say if you want a particular livery, it's number 10. You need a donor car with that number, and you just select your number, and it's going to put the livery number on there. That's how we get hidden liveries, or find out what the hidden livery is. For a particular livery that you may want, but you have to unlock it, you can use a magic slot to unlock it for you, and that's what it's really for. To get your hidden liveries, change your interior on top of changing wheels. And you see that here. I'm not going to be messing with livery, I'm going to be messing with wheel on this particular video. Alright, so right here, this is the interior I want to put in that car. So I'm going to go right over here to my friend's car. You got to make sure you have story mode. So make sure you get this alert because you need to go somewhere. If you go to main menu, you will lose your build. So right here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and purchase over my magic slot, which is slot 1 of my agency. So I'm going to hover over slot 1 of agency, and then I'm going to go hit the A button to get this alert, and then quickly I'm going to accept that alert and then cut my internet down to 0. And then once I cut my internet down to 0, quickly go to story mode. And that's why I say you need to have story mode. It's very critical. You have to go somewhere besides main menu. If you go to story mode, once you get into story mode, there is no timing involved there. So if you need to use the restroom or go do whatever, you can, but make sure you go to story mode. And I stay cut the whole time until I get into story mode. And I have the bank spot right here at the very beginning of the game. And for me, it's easier to manage time with it. So I'll make sure the guy kicks the door open, and then he's going to go in to the right and then back to the left. And once he's fully back to the left, I'm going to give my internet back. And then once I get my internet back, I can't go into that same session I was already in, so I go into a new friend session. Once I get in a new friend session, as you see, I go right back to my car to make sure my changes have been made. And as you've seen before, I had stock wheels. Whenever I come back in, I should have a different wheel selection. Now, I cannot change category. So if you want a different Benny wheel, it needs to be in the same category. Like if you don't like cleans, but yet you want lick licks, that's fine. You just got to go up to that number to your lick lick. which I believe he wanted spindles. So I'm going to go to Benny, and I'm going to find what number spindle is, and then I'm going to apply that number to my magic slotted car. In which, don't worry about the Rockstar saving failed screen on your left. That's how you know you did it correctly, because you're going to have that saving failed. It won't save until you change an outfit or change something on the car. But yeah, as you see here, I got cleans. He didn't want cleans. He wanted spindles. So I'm going to go straight to Benny, figure out what number my spindle is, and then I'm going to come back to this car and apply spindles to this car. Even though it's not a Benny's car, I can still apply whatever Benny wheel I want, as long as in that Benny category. Like, see, as you see here, the number, like if I want a livery, I would have put livery 3 on my donor car, and it would already applied it. But yeah, you see now everything is not stock. It's been changed except for the liveries. Which, if I was him, I would put that livery in there with the flames, but he didn't have a livery on the car when I bought it, so bought it from him to fix. So I'm not going to apply a livery to this. If he wants one, he can apply it later. But as you see now, it has a Yankton plate because it has Yankton plate on my donor. Which a lot of people get confused in Magic Slot, and that's how you can apply a Benny. No. In Magic Slot, all it does is move numbers. Alright, now I'm going to go to Benny, and I'll meet you over there. Alright, now I'm in Benny. I'm going to see what number that wheel is. Alright. Yep, so it's that number, which is 17. So I'm going to apply 17 on my Magic Slot. Which, the old way, you would do a quick disconnect and reconnect. But now with New Gen, we can't do a quick disconnect and reconnect. We will go back to main menu if we would do that. So you have to use netcut, and the quick disconnect is going to be turning your internet down to 0, and then the reconnect is giving your internet back. I mean, that's really the only difference. Everything else is still the same as it's ever been. And of course now we have the option to buy our friend's car in the auto shop. So we just, not the auto shop, but the car meet, I apologize. So you just stand over there, buy it in the car meet, and purchase your friend's car. But alright, so now I'm going back to my Magic Slot. And I'm going to change the wheel number. And it doesn't matter which category you select. because as long as you have the correct number, the category you're not changing. So just keep that in mind. You cannot change category on your Magic Slot. Now, if I wanted street wheels, yeah, then I can do that. But I don't want street wheels, I want Benny wheel. So I'm going to apply that number of 17, and same thing as before. As soon as I hit the A button, I'm going to disconnect my internet and quickly hit pause, go to online, go to story mode. Go right straight to story mode. Same thing. When the guy kicks the door in, moves to the right, then moves to the left, I'm going to get my internet back, and I'm going to jump back into a friend session. And then once I get in that friend session, I'm just going to check the damage. And what I mean by check the damage, I'm going to make sure my wheels changed. Which, this particular video, my wheels does change. Everything is correct. And I went ahead and sold the car back off to him. But for any reason, it did not take, you actually selected the wheel, because sometimes that will happen. As you see, everything did change, like I said. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me on Facebook. I have a link in the description below here of our Facebook group where you can get free cars from us, on top of the link to our website where you can order accounts, account services, and much more.